Hey associates! I just wanted to talk briefly about SEO or search engine optimization, as of course our writing, our technical writing, like marketing, whatnot, continue to go into this digital realm. A lot of what drives success across a lot of different industries, is this idea of search engine optimization, and that's just how we get found. So even if you aren't going to be, writing or creating content that might be like posted to your company site, you obviously are searching for things. And so you can also kind of use this on the other side and start thinking about, how you are using your search words and key terms to actually find the information that you want. And I'd like to keep that in mind when you're trying to do research for your final project. Here's just a few of the biggest picture key things just to keep in mind, and think about it if you choose to do this activity as well. So basically, SEO is built on crawling, indexing, and then ranking. Crawling is when bots, spiders, crawlers, there's a lot of different names for them depending on who you're talking to, basically scan the site for what we call content indicators. And so often that's going to be is those keywords, and they look at things like headings, especially. They'll look at the alt text on your graphics. That's why it's good for accessibility, but also for some SEO to fill that in, title pages, and just kind of all throughout your text. Looking for okay, this has the word like donut shop, or we sell donuts a lot. So, the crawlers are probably going to index your site as something related to, donuts. So that way when somebody is searching, right, for the results of, donut shops nearby, if your site had a lot of information about donuts on it and the donut making process and price points of donuts, it'll be indexed as a store that sells donuts, and then you will be ranked sort of depending on the user's relevance, your traffic, and just some other algorithmic stuff for donut shops in town. So crawling, indexing, ranking are just kind of things you want to be aware of with SEO. And then I interviewed to Heather Lloyd Martin, who runs this SEO copywriting.com. So if you are thinking about going into marketing, content marketing, digital advertising, any of those things where SEO really strongly comes into play, I recommend checking out her website and, maybe taking one of her specialized little courses or something. Her blog has really good information, but there are kind of 4 things that she expressed to me that I should sort of share with you all as writers and general audiences, just to be aware of when it comes to SEO and copywriting. So first is that SEO, it doesn't mean key phrase stuffing. So basically she really emphasized that you need to write for people first. So, the Googles, bots, and spiders, they definitely know if you just are saying donut shop, low price, chocolate, glaze in one sentence, because those are going to be, the keywords. They realize that is just a string of keywords, and so it's not actually writing for the consumers. And so if you just, write a really nice article about your chocolate glazed donuts and where the recipe came from, and it's been adapted to your new donut shop, and you have a special low price offer because it's the anniversary or whatever, a nice paragraph explaining all that context, that's going to hit the same key phrases, but it's going to be ranked and picked up a lot more favorably because it's written for people, and when people find it and share it, right, because it's actually written for them. So second, know your customers, and then write informative content that focuses on their needs most importantly. So again, don't just stuff it with things think about, these customers, they like our donut shop because it is a local sort of hometown thing, so they'll probably care about the history of the chocolate glaze, maybe, right, if that's what your customer base is after. So write for their needs, tell them the information that they want, and sort of naturally the SEO will come up if you're doing that, because they'll be searching for that information you've already written content for. Third, think about your reader's intent, and so choose those words carefully. This is very similar to the second one. Once you know your customers, you know the information that they want, then do choose your words carefully when expressing that. This is where you should think about the key phrases. So instead of just saying like, I don't know, chocolate frosting, maybe you need to actually use chocolate glaze, or maybe you kind of at one point call it chocolate frosting, and then at another point talk about how it's a little bit different than your chocolate glaze. So that way you get both of those keywords in there, rather than sort of being like the chocolate topping, right? Because who searches for donuts by chocolate topping? Things like that. And then lastly, titles are crucial, and so always put key phrases in those, titles, right? So the title of your web page should probably have something about donuts in your donut shop name, and then in the about us, maybe instead of calling it just about us, maybe call it about our donuts, right? And then on the headings, right, have chocolate glaze as a heading, and then a full paragraph talking about the process of chocolate glaze. Chocolate frosting, almond glaze, make sure you have good titles, good headings, so that way you have a lot of indexing and ranking going on in your SEO. So those are just kind of the 4 things to get you started. Again, if you have an interest in SEO, or you think your career is going to take you into content marketing and SEO, check out her site, check out, classes specifically on digital copy, but just kind of keep this in mind. And this leads over into one of the activity options for the week. So just as if you choose to do the SEO activity, you'll be looking at Zedi's website, which is where my partner works. And so their website was created, by some employee in the company that probably never anticipated being, a content writer and sort of web designer. They just kind of fell into the position. So some of this stuff, or you might say, I'm never going to use that. We just never know where life's going to take us. So in case you ever do need to write some stuff for your website, now you have at least 4 things to keep in mind with SEO. But as you'll see on their website, as well as like the brochure that's posted to the website, really thinking about how the layout, design, fonts, graphics, and everything are working as a web page or not, and how their SEO could be integrated more fully. And then when you're responding to your associates, it'd be really good if you think of some ways that you could complement their suggestions as a response. Just an idea. I mean, the response is really open to what you have to offer back, but that could be one interesting place to start. So this is just a really brief overview of SEO, search engine optimization, basically anything that's going to be posted to the web. Think about the keywords, think about the information readers are going to be searching for, your clients, your business partners, your customers, the audience. So that way you can be indexed appropriately and ranked a little bit higher in the search results to help drive some more traffic to your company. All right, bye.